Drajan, hello, how are you doing today? How is everybody doing? Like the live, please. Press the screen. Let's invite a lot of viewers and to discuss about this problem, which is happen not often but happen a lot in livestock guardian dog and in another large breed dogs. It is very important. How is everybody doing today? For the new viewers in this live stream, I'm just make a short presentation about myself and about my channel. So the HB channel is an animal channel which present documentary and knowledge about animal and livestock guardian dogs. My focus on this channel is educated people about livestock guardian dogs and other working dogs. My name is Emiliano Babaramo and I'm veterinarian. And today's topic in this live stream is stomach torsion in livestock guardian dog and in another large breeds, which is more often. I have to disclose and talk about this topic because stomach torsion can be deadly if you don't catch in time. Oh, I think I closed this. It is Hi Bella, how are you doing today? Bloating is always deadly for livestock if it not catch in time. Yes, I'm gonna talk about this. Say not so good, the internet is not good. I understand, Bella. Try to close other application if you open in your phone. Moonshine, the stomach torsion start with bloating. You are in laptop. Try a little bit with phone, because some laptops that has not good connection with the Wi-Fi or with internet. So usually the phones work much easier with the internet than laptop. So the whole country has problem with the internet. I understand this. So what is the topic of today? If you see the question in the screen, it's that stomach torsion in livestock guardian dog, but not only in livestock guardian dog. Stomach torsion is a syndrome that can happen in mostly in large dog breed, but can happen even in small dogs, in small pets. And this stomach torsion, it's a deadly if you don't catch in time. It's very, very dangerous. But I have to disclose this because of the stomach torsion, my dog passed away. Was not with me. I have left to some people and they neglect about this. And when I figured it out, what's happened, that was a stomach torsion. After a year ago, I figured out that my dog passed away because of this. It's rare in horses, this. It's mostly in cattle. They can have this torsion. But in cattle, the GI tract is a little bit more complicated. The stomach hasn't not just one room, there are 4 rooms. Yes, the rumen is the biggest room in cattle, the biggest room from the stomach. But it's not just the rumen. And if we observe these issues in our dog, what is the first aid till we can take the dog to the vet? Immediately drive fast to the vet. But I'm gonna start to explain what happened, why it happens, what caused this problem, what predispose this problem in dogs. You have 4 rooms, not 4. It's not just 4 stomachs. It's like 4 rooms. The real stomach is in the last part, which connect with duoden. In medicine, the twisting of enlarged or pedunculous organs, spleen, kidney, bile ducts, uterus around its longitudinal axis. Blood flow, it block in twist part. Intestinal torsion can cause. Yes. Yes, thank you. I know what you are talking about. By the way, the new video was amazing again. You have very good footage, amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy the new video. It is more rooms for gradual digestion of food in herbivore. I don't want to talk too much about the herbivores, especially the cow, to talk about, because there are 4 rooms. It's like a 4, or we can call 4 stomachs, it's not a problem. And which rooms has their own part for the process of the food. Because to digest plant-based food, which has a lot of fibers, it's not easy. That's why, for example, human digest and other animal digest system, it's different compared with the herbivores. To process the plant-based food, it's need more time. But I'm not focused in this week. If you want guys to talk about livestock problems, we can talk. But today it's about stomach torsion, so I'm gonna stay in this topic. It's very important about this. And the person that I gave my dog lied to me, say that the dog passed away because of leishmania. But in fact, the other sources, 2 other sources, said that the dog doesn't pass away about leishmania disease, but because of the stomach torsion, and they neglect. They didn't want to care about your dogs. So I'm a little bit upset what happened. But anyway. Yes, horse have one stomach. But is another part of the horses that play a little bit the roles, like rumen in cattle, which is a part of the intestines, called cecum. It's a large part of the intestine which is called cecum. It's very developed, and the microflora play the important role there. That's why the intestines of omnivore are shorter than those of the herbivore. Omnivore, carnivore has shorter intestine compared with the herbivores. But even the GI tract, it's not just intestine, even the stomach, it's different, it's built different in herbivores. For example, in, In cattle we have 4 rooms. They need to process the food, which is reticulus, rumen, omas, and abomas. Abomasum is like the real stomach of them. The other part play different process to break down the food. And what about humans who are vegan all their lives? Are you talking about vegan? No, human, it's not made. It's not a herbivore. People should understand this. It's not a herbivore. It is very simple. Just study the GI tract and you're gonna understand that you are not a herbivore. You cannot process those food. This is completely ridiculous for human to be a vegan. Many people try to be a vegan and many healthy problems of them happen after they follow this vegan diet. I know I'm a real carnivore. Human, it's not just a carnivore, it's like an omnivore. It's not a full carnivore. That's why our diet is more diverse. And it's better to balance the diet, not just meat, but even to eat some vegetables. But even vegetables we have to cook, because most of them you cannot process without cooking. It's very important. Pernicious anemia is the most common megaloblastic anemia, and it's caused by the deficiency of instrinsic factor. The presence of instrinsic factor is necessary for the absorption of vitamin B12. Yes, and there is a problem in human too, especially in females, about mutation of a gene, MTHFR. If there is a mutation, those people cannot methylate this form of vitamins B12. So you have to find a vitamin B12 which is already methylated form. Otherwise, the body will not absorb these vitamins. And because of this deficiency of B12, you can cause a lot of problems like headache, predisposed for migraine, depression, anxiety, tiredness, and a lot of other clinical signs. And 40% of the female of women has this problem of MTHFR mutation in this gene. Can cause this problem. That's why for everybody that is in live stream, cyanocobalamin form of B12, it's a synthetic one. It's very bad for the body. Methylated form of methylcobalamin, it's the best form, and the body absorb. When its secretion is due to the atrophy of the gastric mucus absorber, disorder of B12 deficiency occur. So the gene mutation, for everybody that is curious to study and learn about this, you need to do a DNA test to understand this. But 40% of women in this world has this problem. of mutation of this gene, MTHFR, which is a gene that responsible for methylated those vitamin. Especially the B12. B12 should be methylated form, and if the body cannot methylate B12, your body will be deficient in these vitamins. I have dealt with the colics several times. Keeping Banamine and a head can be a lifesaver for horses. Natural source food of animal origin. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Welcome to you. Wa alaikum salam, but I will say welcome to my life. Animal-based protein, it's very important for human. But anyway, I'm gonna just talk now about stomach torsion, the cause of the stomach torsion, the sign that you can recognize that could be a high possibility that your dog has a stomach torsion. It's very important to disclose this topic, to talk about this topic, and to educate viewers about this topic. What is stomach torsion? Okay. So I'm gonna not start to read this comment for a moment. I want to finish this, and after we're gonna continue in something else, guys, if you don't mind. Okay. So what is stomach torsion? In livestock, guardian dog, and in other dog breeds, can happen in every dogs, but the most predisposed dog for this syndrome are large breed dogs, and the dogs that has a deep chest. Dog with a deep chest are more predisposed. Why it happened with in those dogs, and why the stomach torsion it's more predisposed? Because of the deep cavity in their chest area. The stomach can cause let's start again. Why it happened first, the cause of stomach torsion, and what is predisposed. Dry food, and when your dog eats so fast the food, when the dog eats so fast the food, especially from dry food, and when you give water immediately after he eating the dry food, it can create a bloat in the stomach. Can be a gas, or mix it liquid with gas, bloating. This bloating in the large breed dogs with a wide cavity of chest predispose that the stomach to has the torsion. Around longitudinal axis. So it's very important not to give the dogs, and this happens when you feed the dog 1 time per day. This predisposes the dog to be very hungry and to eat so fast the food. And why about bloating? Dry food, some dry food, because of the conservant, and because of some proteins, which is some of them they are not good quality protein, and combined with some carbs in contact with the flora of the stomach, predisposed for the gas. and this gas create a bloating. First, you're gonna recognize in dog that if you see the dog, he gonna feel bloat. You're gonna see in the area of the chest and in the first part of the abdomen, the stomach will be bloat. You're gonna feel that the dog is too full. Change, and he gonna start to breathe heavy breathing, and panting is one of the signs that you have to pay attention in the stomach bloating. After the bloating, the second stage is the stomach start to have the circle in the longitudinal axis. And what's happened with this? We have a block of the blood circulation in this area in the stomach, which this is the most difficult part. Dogs start try to vomit, but they will not vomit nothing. You're gonna see that those fake vomit is one of the sign and possibility that dog now is in the process of stomach torsion. If you neglect this, the end is devastated because you're gonna lose the dog. There is no other view that the dog to have solution without going in the vet emergency for the surgery. Only the surgery can save your dog and depend of the timeline. So when you saw those signs, the dogs feel lethargy and the dog will start to collapse on floor. Those are the signs. They are not pathognomic, but they predispose that the dog problem is inside in the GI tract. The only save for this syndrome is going to the ER and immediately for the surgery. So the veterinarian will perform the surgery, will bring the stomach in the right position anatomically, and it is very important for this not to lose time because they can cause the blood circulation, the lack of oxygen can create a death in those organs, which they call gangrene. Because of the stomach torsion, the blood flow is completely blocked. The organ now does not has any supply with oxygen and with nutrition. But in this time, the organ produce carbon dioxide and all catabolic materials. So the only way that the dog to be alive is to go in emergency care, and the veterinarian with some diagnostic like CAT scan or ultrasound or even X-ray can diagnose the dog, and they're gonna perform immediately. It's an urgent surgery. How they if the dog is lucky and the stomach organ has not possessed the gangrene, which would mean death of tissues, the chance for recovery are higher, and the life of dog it's higher to survive. But if your dog has a long period of time with stomach torsion, the chance to survive after even performing the surgery and gastropexis, which your veterinarian surgery will put the stomach of the dog in the right position anatomically, and we're gonna fixate with the abdomen walls by stitching. The vet will see if the organ will come back the original color. If it doesn't come back the original color, it will be less chance for the dog to survive. So if during the surgery the surgical veterinarian will understand if the dog has chance to survive or not. The stomach also can go to swallow, push diaphragm against lung. Yes, that's why when we have a bloating of the stomach, and you're gonna see the panting on dog. Breathing it's more frequent than normal. Depend of the stage of the stomach torsion. Even the mucoses start to be pale. So you have to pay attention about this. But if you have a good eyes, you're gonna see that the chest and abdomen, it's more swallow, especially in the position in the left side. When the stomach is positioned, and you're gonna see that bloating. So this is one of the signs. If the dog doesn't feel good, it's a predispose, or this is the sign that your dog have a stomach torsion, or even the bloating one. Bloating is the first phase of the stomach torsion. In the stomach torsion, we don't have vomit, but the dog, the animal try to vomit. You're gonna see attempt of vomit, throw up the food, but you're gonna not see nothing. You will not see nothing about this. The most common sign of this is the dog will start to panting. It means bradypnea, which increase the breathing. One sign. The other sign that the dog show up is attempt to vomit, but it doesn't come nothing from his mouth. And the dog will start to collapse, lay down on the floor. And in an anatomic part, you're gonna see a swallow of abdomen cavity. In the left, usually in the left side, you're gonna see that swallow. It will start with bloating. It will start with bloating. Dry food, mix it with water. So, how to prevent this? Every time that you give it, if you don't have any other chance, just to give dry food, I will suggest the dog to feed 2 times per day, not 1 time per day, so the dog not to feel hungry. If your dog is a fast eater, give small amount of food and try to slow him down when he start to feed himself. Slow him down, give small amount of food. Don't give water immediately, because mixing dry food with water predispose for this bloating immediately. Do they confuse the diagnosis of Leishmania with Torsio due to similar symptoms of the disease? No. There is no similar symptoms, brother, with Leishmania and stomach torsion. No, there was not. They just lied to me. The guy from Bosnia and Herzegovina, the first one that I gave Achilles, he was just a liar. Super liar guy. I recognized later with him. He was just lying. Let's give you a little bit the tips about how to avoid stomach torsion. Because it's very important. Giving yogurt for the dogs in diet or probiotic, it helps and prevent the bloating. It's one of the tips. Giving often this. If you go and training the dog, if you run the dog, if you tire the dog, don't give immediately the water, because the dog is like human. They're gonna feel tired and he gonna feel thirsty. But you not should give immediately water. Let the dog to relax for 30 minutes or more. Let the dog to relax. After you can give water, so he gonna drink water not fast, and to feel very thirsty. It's very important this. The only solution for the stomach torsion is surgical performance. And if the stomach doesn't show the sign of gangrene, of the dead tissues, and the doctor will treat it even for sepsis, because after this the sepsis are predisposed to be in the blood, which is infection, total infection in the blood, a general infection. So it's a little bit not easy to deal with the stomach torsion. So time make the change. And the veterinarian will perform an intubation to the stomach to release the gas after the surgery. Because in the stomach torsion, the two connection with esophagus, which is the cardiac orificium, which connect esophagus with stomach, it's blocked in that moment. Without fixing that, the veterinarian cannot perform the intubation to release the gas. Intubation, it's performed after the veterinarian gonna put the stomach in the right anatomic position. I don't have to worry about the water. My dog don't drink as long as snow is on the ground. Dog raised food bowls help for some kind of prevention. Do you guys have any question about stomach torsion? So you have to understand, when I'm talking about this, I lost my best dog about this. Not in me. I didn't had it in that time. Dog for 2 or 3 years was in Bosnia and Herzegovina. But it happened, so I'm gonna say, guys, and it's very important, be aware when you give to the dog to somebody. If they don't raise the dog, if they, when he was a puppy, they don't feel too much connection or bond, or some people are like this, so you have to understand that those things happened. And the pain that the dog will show during this, it's very painful. The dog, some dogs start, depend of the dog, they anguish, they show the pain, and they're gonna collapse on the floor. So those are typical sign for the stomach torsion, or for some GI problems. I think that your explanation, your topic very well, and sorry about your dog. Thank you for that. So the main problem is lack of knowledge about proper nutrition. The main problem is lack of knowledge about proper nutrition. The main problem is feeding the dog. Because some people think that you have to feed the dog 1 time per day. It's not the best way to feed the dog 1 time per day. When the dog has a good appetite, eat a lot of food. When you feed 1 time per day, they're gonna eat so fast, and this predisposes this. They eat so fast without, they just swallow the food. They don't chew the food. That's why how fast they eat. Yes, twice a day, interval between 10 hours to 12. It's the best. And not to give water immediately after. This is very important even for human. Don't drink water immediately after you eat. Don't drink water immediately after you eat. I also lost my dog because he was neglected by other person. I see that, so I understand. Mines get feed at 7 a.m. and again at 7 p.m. So you understand that how many time you drink immediately after you eat, you don't feel very good. You feel like bloating. You feel heavy in the stomach. So it's very important to drink water after the meal that you're gonna get 30 minutes. Give the time 30 minutes after. He wasn't taken out. He was attacked by hundreds of fleas and he almost dead. Yes, it happened. When you give your dog, your pet, to unresponsible people, no one will take care about your dogs how you take care. Put this in your mind. No one will take care how you take care about your dogs. None of them. If they don't raise your dog, they don't feel the bond. Even they are in the beginning enthusiastic about the dog or the breed of the dog. Then this enthusiast will shut down soon. So prevent this, especially the stomach torsion. It's very, very important. And the dog can die about this if you don't catch in the time. And if you don't go in the ER, there is no chance of surviving from stomach torsion. There is zero chance. The only chance is performing the surgery. Correct the anatomic position of the stomach. And performing gastropexis, because if it happened one time, and if, for example, if the veterinarian will not fixate it by stitching the stomach to the abdomen wall, this will happen again and again. So the veterinarian knows it's just not just reposition of the stomach in the anatomic place, but still you need to perform gastropexis. Dog that has deep chest are very predisposed about this. Very, very predisposed. Because when the stomach starts to bloat, the rooms in those deep chest dogs are enough to give the condition, even when they start to move, when they eat the food. The rooms of the deep cavity dogs predispose the stomach to has a circle around and having those blockage of the stomach torsion. So the stomach rotate to the axis. And usually in the dog that has no deep chest, even if it has a little bit bloating, the stomach doesn't have the room enough to rotate. I don't know how clear I was in the explanation about this syndrome. Another sign that you're gonna feel, or you can see if you have a sharp eye, the position of dogs before they collapse, when they have the stomach torsion and problem in the GI tracts, they arc the spinal of them. They stay in the position of arc the spine. They arc the back. This is they want to compensate and not to put pressure in stomach or even in the problems with intestine. This is one, the sign that animal do arc the spine to release a little bit the pressure and the pain. So this is another sign that I almost miss. So the dog stay in the position by arcing the back. When they arc the back in this position, it means that the dog feel pain in abdomen. Could be a stomach problem, intestinal problem, and it's I'm gonna say the urgent sign that you have to go to the vet, and the vet will do some tests to check what's happened. They can do a CAT scan, the ultrasound, or the X-ray. But the best is it's CAT scan. Not only dog stay in that position by arcing the back. Cattle do like this too when they have problem in the GI tract. And especially in the cattle, it's traumatic pericarditis that is pathognomic about that, arcing the back. Yes, because cow, for example, eats stuff, take stuff, swallow stuff with tongues, and many times they took metallic part. And this metallic part, they can travel from reticuli, and they can punch diaphragm, and they can punch the hearts, the pericarditis, and it creates traumatic pericarditis. And they arc the back to avoid a little bit the pressure, to avoid a little bit the pain. So arcing the back is pathognomic. But even for human, when they have problems and pain in the GI tract, they arc the back when they stay or when they move. They cannot stay straight. And Drajan, you can confirm them, the people that has pain in the abdomen area, they don't know what they have. They have to go to the ER. But anatomically, human and animal take that position, arc a little bit to give a little bit more space. Yes, CT scan, CAT scan. Yes, a foreign body, a metallic foreign body in cattle caused what we call traumatic pericarditis. They go through the stomach, they go through diaphragm, and they go through, not go through, but they touch the heart. And why it causes pericarditis traumatic, it's deadly. It's deadly. It's deadly. and there is a chance if those metal body is not touching the heart, but just can go through the stomach and touch the diaphragm, has the chance to survive. If they touch the heart, and if it can create it, pericarditis, it's the chance to survive or just to medication, it's almost low. So you need to scartate this cow, this animal. This is just a clarification from listener. Because the foreign body, and usually is metal, usually they are metal part. This foreign body will bring all the bacteria from the rumen, from other stomach, and they're gonna implant this infection in pericard of the cow. Pericard is, I'm gonna explain, is the envelope of the heart organ. It's like an envelope. If somebody, for example, has cooked the heart, you have buy to the butcher a heart, and you need to cut and remove this tissues. Elastic, it's like elastic tissues, and very, very tough. That's a pericardy. That's a pericardy that cover the organ of heart. I don't know how clear it was in this, but the typical sign of dog showing, or not dog, but every animal showing a pain in abdomen is arcing the back to minimize the pressure on this organ. Arcing the back is typical sign of animal had problems in the abdomen. It's a typical one for everybody. That's not just a doctor, but you are just a normal animal holder. If your animal will arc the back, will move very slow, it's a sign that something happened in the GI tract. Pericarditis is an inflammatory condition of the heart membrane, or envelope for the people who don't understand what is the membrane. That is most often caused by respiratory infection, injury, or other disease. Yes, and traumatic pericarditis in cattle is a trauma, is an injury by the foreign body. It's a metal foreign body. They go through the stomach, through the diaphragm, and create trauma in pericarditis. Traumatize the membrane of the heart. So the Trajan just mentioned the form and the cause of pericarditis. And one of the form is traumatic form, caused by a foreign body. Hello my friend, how you doing? For those people that miss this explanation about the syndrome of the stomach torsion, they can watch this live stream. I'm gonna upload soon. But now I'm gonna stay in live, and I don't know how accurate is and how understanding I was in explaining this problem. But the significant sign for the problem in the GI tract, animals show by arcing the back. It is very important. Not almost, but every animal, if they have problem in abdomen, in the GI tract, they gonna arc the back. It's significant. And the veterinarian which has experience with notice immediately that the problem is in this area. It's very rare to be in the thorax, most of them, but even thorax sometimes give that, or even when the pressure of the stomach can be in the diaphragm, and the animal will perform a fast breathing. So a good veterinarian will notice where is the problems, and he gonna go for the test, image test, which is CT scan, it's the ultrasound, X-ray, depend on his judgment what he will do to understand and to figure it out what's the problem. A cow doesn't have teeth on the front. Yes, it's the anatomy of them. So they use tongue to grab the food. Can I tell you, can you make a video original Kangal is Malakli? There is no Malakli Kangal, my friend. What's wrong with you? And Agwash. I have made a video about the original Kangal and the other Karabash dogs. Then looks like Kangal, but they are not Kangal. Scroll down in my channel and you're gonna find that video. It's the title is Kangal versus mixed Anatolian Shepherd dogs. Scroll down and you're gonna see the video. I've already done that video. I've already closed that topic for the audience. You just need to search in the channel. The video is public. I think you are from Greece, right? I've done the video, my friend. You just go watch the video and you're gonna have an idea what is Kangal, what is not Kangal. There is no Malakli Kangal. There is mixed dog. You cannot call Malakli Kangal. There are some mixed moonshine, some Anatolian Shepherd. They are huge like Malakli. Huge, very huge one. They Turkish call Anatolia, Anadolu, Aslan Anadolu, which mean uh, Lion of Anatolia. Aslan Anadolu. Kopegi, it mean Aslan. In Turkish, it mean lion. Anadolu, it's Anatolia. For the people. And in Instagram, or if you see those that they write with this title, it mean they are not Kangal dog. For the viewers, just to have an idea. And they gonna put, for example, underlines Kangal and a lot of stuff just to increase the viewers. Those hashtag Kangal, it's just to increase the viewers. But if you're gonna see Aslan Anadolu, it mean Turkish lion. For example, Aslan, it mean lion. Kaplan, it mean tiger in Turkish language. Just for people curiosity, what's mean? Aslan, it mean lion. Kaplan, it mean tiger. Karabash, it mean black mask. Karabash, it mean black mask. Around the snout, it's Karabash, black mask. Kara, it mean black in Turkish. Kara, it's mean black in Turkish language. Anatolian Shepherd mix are a bunch of mix, so I don't want to go too deep on this topic. It's who knows what they mix. Actually, they are not black head. They have just a black mask around the muzzle. Karabash type is like a name for the color of the dog. Karabash. Anadolu Çoban Köpegi is Anatolian Shepherd Dog, translate. Anadolu Çoban Köpegi. Köpegi in Turkish, it means dog. Çoban, it means shepherd. Anadolu is for Anatolia. Akbash. Yes, white mask, white head. Akbash is completely white. From head to toe, it's completely white dog. The Akbash breed. Very good performance dog. A little bit more, tend to be a little bit more aggressive than Kangal, but they are very good dog. We call Akbash albino. Actually, they are not albino. They are white, not albino. Because albino has another traits that show about albino, how albino they are. Albino can has like a red mucosis to the eyes, red paw, red nose. There are like rose, not like red, but rose color. They show that this rose color. Albino is a genetic syndrome, and albino dogs, like albino people, has problems in sun. They are very weak, and they can get burned easily in the sun. Albino. No, they are just white, but they are not albino. I explain about albino. Asatru. Hello, brother. Greetings from Chile. Hello. How you doing? Make a Bella, I will suggest make a search about what they call albino and the traits of albino. In human and in dogs. Albino is a genetic disorder. For example, albino people eyebrow are completely white. Eyelash is white. They tend to have a color of eyes like a blue, but like a vanish blue, not dark blue. It's white skin, body, hair, eyebrow, eyelashes. I just mentioned. Beard. It's like a reddish one or like vanish red eyes. And the albino dog has the same. Albino animal has the same. If I'm not wrong, is a genetic disorder. Albino dogs never had patches of pigment anywhere of their hair or skin. Yeah, the bluish eyes, pink eyes, rims, pink lip, pink paw pad, pink nose. It's like a reddish eyes, like a white in the blue. That's called albino. Agbash, it's not albino. They are just white colored dog. The nose is black on them. They can be a little bit like a pink black or like a rose black, but they're not albino. Yes, we have such a billionaire in my country. So it's a genetic disorder. It's a genetic issue. It's like it's a mutation, actually. Appropriate protection to prevent skin cancer. Yes, in the sunlight, they are predisposed, and they are very predisposed about the skin cancer. Those albino people and those albino dogs. If you have see an albino dog, or if you have an albino dog, don't breed. You should not breed. Yes, both brothers are albino and one brother is normal. Very often they have poor vision. The dogs too. Albino dog has poor vision. They are fragile, very fragile. I think some have problems with hearing like Dogo Argentino. Daniel, it's commenting. I don't know about Dogo Argentino has problem with ear. I don't work too much with Dogo Argentinos because I'm not. If I will get a Dogo, I will use for hunting or just to guard the territory. But in some Dogo has problems too. The white skin is very predisposed and attacked by the sunlight. The dark color dog are stronger. White cat and dog have hearing problems. Both parents who have the albinism gene can pass it on to one of their children. Yes, it's genetic heritage. I have a question for you guys. Albinism is common in children from marriage between close relatives. Yeah. Incest. People who do incest, they're gonna have problems. They should not go. There are plenty. My question is, what kind of topic you guys want to discuss in another live stream? What kind of syndrome or disease you would like, or another topic? It's not no need to be around only disease or syndromes in animals. They can be discussed for another breed. I do not prefer to discuss about the pet, but I can talk about the the disease that they are predisposed, but not to go and to talk about for some small dogs that are keeping for your commodity in the house, to discuss, to disclose this breed. I can discuss about the problems that this breed has. I'm more focused on working dogs. It's fit on me, so it's my strong point to discuss about the pet, not because I don't like or love. I love those cute dogs. I can talk about some problems that they have, but not uh, just to go and talk about the breed from the, because I don't have too much experience in breeding of pets, and I didn't study too much those pets. I can talk about the healthy issues on them. So, what you guys, do you want to put a poll in the community part and you guys will vote which one you want to talk in the next live? Or maybe I will have a guest tomorrow. I'm not sure. I will not give the words because it doesn't depend on me. If the guest will be able to join uh, in the live and do live stream together, it will be okay for me. If the guest is not available, doesn't depend on me. So you have to understand this. I cannot push people to come. I said one time, if they want to come, okay. If they are busy, something like that, it depends of their time schedule. So you have to understand. I don't know if I missed something because I was keep coming and go. The use of sheepdogs for the protection of properties and personal protection. The use. Do you want this topic? Okay? We can talk tomorrow about and personal protection. Sheepdog breeds. Sheepdog breeds is a wide topic, and to disclose in one live stream, I don't think that it will be enough. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go in and do a poll, and you just vote which one you prefer to do in the next live stream. To make it a little bit like a subscriber choice, not just my choice all the time. Yes, you told us that Alabais were trained as a personal protecting bodyguard. Yes, this breeder in Russia named Julia, it's training them, those Central Asian Shepherd dog, for the personal protection. But for myself, I never train a dog for personal protection and do not expect that me to talk so with confidence about personal protection dog. I'm not I'm not adequate in this personal protection dog. I never used about them. I never needed about them. My dog was always time protecting me without any training. If you come close, you're gonna get bite. That was the dog which I was more tight. In community tab. Okay, I'm gonna do it in community tab. That I'm gonna write some alternatives, and you just pick it who the vote the most. I'm gonna start to disclose. And for if the guys will vote about this personal protection bodyguard, I will reach one time this breeder. If she is available, I will do my best to invite her and shepherd dog breeds. Are you talking about shepherd dog breeds or are you talking about livestock guardian dog breed? Because there is a little bit a difference between shepherd and livestock guardian dogs. Because some breeds can be a shepherd, but they cannot be a guardian of livestock because of the limit that the breed has. For example, border collie can be good shepherd, but cannot give the protection of livestock. Especially in Eurasia area, it's impossible because of the predators, the size of the predator, and the breed is small. Yes, I'm gonna make and you guys choose about for what you really like. I'm gonna think to find some really interesting topic. Maybe I'm gonna choose one livestock guardian dog breed, one topic around animal health or dog health, and maybe I will put this topic about self-protection dog. And you guys, yes, border collie is a herding dog. Yes, livestock guardian dog are actually the herding dogs, but they are they are the guardian, they are the protector. Yeah, I'm gonna put in poll and you guys just choose, and the topic that get more votes, we're gonna discuss tomorrow. I think it will be good. Border collies, even herd little kids. Yeah, they are very nice dogs. They are very nice. They are smart. They have work ethic. Aboriginal and show line and difference. But I cannot just go in live and explain without showing video material to understand this topic. So it's a little bit difficult just by explain with words if you really don't see those. For this reason, for example, I have made the video between Aboriginal Central Asian Shepherd Dog and the different with modern Central Asian Shepherd Dog. So it's not so easy. Or Caucasian Shepherd, the landrace dog, the Aboriginal one, with the modern Caucasian Shepherd dog. You need to watch the content, not just the life. Because I don't have, for example, two dogs and to explain the appearance, the anatomy, the work ethic of them just by words. It will be a little bit confused for the public if they don't see the real content with material that I explain, the different in traits. It's not because I don't want to disclose and talk about this topic, but it's a little bit not so accurate and to absorb by the public from the audience just by explaining with words and not to give example how they really look like. The people will be a little bit confused. You have to understand this. So human intruders. I didn't understand this. What you mean? In protection from human intruder. Yes, in protection from human intruder, but I told you I have to invite somebody which has experience in that, because the way that we have experience in human intruder dogs, which deal with human intruders, is they are a completely aggressive dog and they react. My personal experience is you're gonna react immediately. What I had. I never go to training them to bite people. You have to understand them. I don't need that. Bella say yes, people need visual as well. Yes, Bella, it's very important to give the visual materials so they can create and they can absorb the knowledge without visual one, by just talking that about the appearance in dog. I think it's not enough. It's not clear for them how they gonna have those perception. Yeah, that's why. Maybe it's better to put a video of canine protection of show line, use aboriginal line. But the protection, they act the same. It's not the protection dog will act the same. I don't think that they gonna do something some other dog will do special, or this show line and aboriginal will do. If they are trained for protection and if they can protect, they're gonna act the same. They will not do so much difference, to be honest, in this. The difference is in livestock, yes, they can act different, they can perform different, or those show line they cannot even perform. So that's the difference. Yes, they act the same if they are bred in the same way. It's not just bred in the same way, it's training. They're gonna act the same, for example, in human protection against intruder. They're gonna act the same. They will not do so much wow difference. I'm talking about Saget Dharmada, Volkodav, and showline of Caucasian Volkodav, which are excellent canine in my opinion. But if you publish such a video, YouTube may protest. No, YouTube will not protest in training them. No, because it's training. It will not protest. Because if I publish such a video, I will publish material that the instructor training those canine. It's not the YouTube. It's not show any restriction about that, because it's for educated purpose and nobody will harm, because the instructor and the person that play the role of like a intruder, they have the special costume which can protect from the dog bite. That's why. Julia has Sage Dharmada, Natalia has Volkodav. Natalie, I didn't contact this woman and I don't know how it will be. But let's give a try if she want to come and talk about her life experience in breeding Volkodavs or original Caucasian Shepherd dog. Because if she will breed original line, let's see. Videos about working on sleeve. I understand, but I'm talking about the live stream. You are talking about content now or live stream? With professional dog trainer. Okay, I will give it a try today and let's see if but I don't know how to contact Natalie, and does Natalie speak English? Because if she doesn't speak English, who gonna translate me about that? If she really speak English, I can invite her in live stream and I can do a live stream with her. But if she doesn't speak English, I don't speak. If she is from Russia, I don't speak Russian language, so you have to understand. I don't know how clear I was in this, Drajan, because I can bring her, but if she speak only Russian, the majority of the public is not Russian. This channel is in English, so you have to understand this. And it's not that is an interview. Okay, I can make an interview and I can translate the interview and I can put it as Natalia doesn't speak English, so it's almost impossible to invite her in live, but I can invite in a podcast. I can invite in podcast and I can make this podcast. And I can publish the podcast with translation too. For this I can do it, but as a live stream it's almost impossible, because the only way to make this live stream with her is that she or me has inside somebody that can translate her. So it's a little bit hard, I will say. She might have somebody there that can use it, they can be as a translator about her, or I must have somebody here, which I don't have. Nobody here that speak Russian and language and English in the same time to make this happen. I don't know how clear I was in this. They work with cattle. Can you send me, please, a contact of her if she has any social media like Facebook, Instagram? I will try to contact, and maybe I'm gonna do a podcast with her, and I'm gonna share the podcast with her, because live conversation I cannot. I do not think that this live conversation with her is possible. That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand. I understand Russian, but I'm not fluent. You must understand Russian because Russian was part of Soviet Union. So Armenian, Azerbaijan, and Georgia used to speak Russia. In the time of the Soviet Union was official language, but not for the Albanian people. You have to understand this, and especially for the new generation, because I'm not so old generation. I was born in the end of communism area. I'm a post-communism generation. I didn't born in the time of communism. I know that even in Albania the foreign language and the most of the literature was in Russia. She correctly speaks in fluent Serbian because of Google Translation, but only with time delay. But that's not. It was my mom generation. My generation speak mostly English. That's why. No, in my country, official language was Georgian. I'm talking about the Soviet Union, when Georgia was part of the Soviet Union. What was the official language? I'm not talking about post-communism area. I'm talking about in communism area. When Georgia became part of this. Why didn't you know that? But how the Georgia connect with the leadership? In Moscow, for example, if there is no official of Russian language, how? Because it's a little bit weird. How you gonna connect with the leadership? It is only possible Facebook, but she approved and then she accept. Okay, send me her in Facebook. Yes, I'm talking about during USSR period of time. I understand as a second language, but I'm talking about the official language in time of USSR. What was in your country? The official one, the document papers and everything. In what language they were? Drajan, please send me the link of her Facebook, if she has Facebook. Send me the link of her, and I will try if I can do something. Yes, the on Facebook or Instagram, whatever she has, that I can contact her and I can create the opportunity for interview. She had face of Volgodavon avatar. But I didn't know about this, but still the official language between the leadership in Moscow must be in Russian, because that was I don't think that the Russian leadership in the time of the USSR was so flexible, so they have to take a Georgian translator for the official stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Especially in the USSR was, I think, very difficult to talk in your native language. So the official stuff, this is the logic that I'm using. I'm not 100% sure, and I will not. Okay, even the Stalin was a Georgian. Beria was a Georgian. So Well, I'd say, you know Beria too? But what do you think, Beria? I know a lot of stuff. I'm an educated person. I don't have just knowledge about in veterinarian field. I have knowledge because of my curiosity to seeking the truth. I know a lot of stuff about the history field, geographic, biology, and another field. My knowledge is wide. It's not in the small box to talk only for the biology. But Beria was not a pretty figure to talk about. I like history too. I notice it. Julia has impressive YouTube video working on sleeve. Yes, Drajan, so after this live, because I'm gonna say 7 minutes more, not much, and you can send me. I love biology, but geography is not my strongest side, but I love history. I'm strong in both of them, even for the historical event. He was a great cardinal. Well, I know what he was. Like I said, not a pretty figure to discuss. But even the ministers before him, the short guy, they almost follow the same path. They needed to save their skin. To save their skin they wanted. So they will do everything. They were just opportunists. And booty liquor. I don't think that they had it another way to survive in the time. So those opportunists, they have a adaptation, so they just focus every ability in adaptation. She has the face of Volkodav on Avatar. Yeah, I understand what you say. You say this, but I told you when I finish the live, you just send me. Which one before or after? Stalin, Nikita, Khrushchev. Nikita was after Stalin. Was Lenin, Stalin, Khrushchev, Brezhnev. Brezhnev was almost in the downfall of that time. One of the weakest leadership in the USSR. And the last one was Gorbachev. It was a time of immobility. Okay, maybe it's time to close this live stream today and see you guys tomorrow. For the people who didn't who hasn't watched my new content, take your time, look, enjoy, and I see you all and maybe more people in tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put a poll, like I said, and you guys decide which topic do you want to talk. Do you watch MMA? Yes, I watch MMA, I watch box, but I like more box than MMA. Okay guys, thank you for being. Thank you for a nice live. You are welcome. And see you guys tomorrow. I wish you have a good day or a good night, depend of the time zone that you are. And see you tomorrow in the live stream. We're gonna figure it out to make a interesting topic about tomorrow live. Bye bye.